We've come here today to Moorlands Farm, where I grew up as a child. Fortunately for me now, I'm the owner. And what we're going to do today, we're going to run you through the new Pellet Flyers. Got a couple of unique features in it. I'm going to get this fish in and we're going to talk you through it. I love pellet waggler fishing, especially the summer months, because obviously the fish tend to feed closer to the surface. And what I like about it is that it keeps you busy. You know, you can be fishing short on a pole or something like that, but for me, I'm a busy angler and I want to catch fish shallow, you know, on a waggler because it's just really exciting. One of the things I look for in a pellet waggler is, first of all, if it casts accurately. Lots of wagglers out there fly different ways, so I look for one that will cast really accurately. Also, the bite off a fish can be very vicious, so I need something that's really strong as well. And the third thing I'm looking for is something that's not diving. So I don't want my float to dive too far, because what happens, it brings your hook length down, and what you're trying to do is catch the fish that are very close to the surface. So for instance, if it hits the surface, you know, within 5 or 6 seconds, you want that fish to take it straight away. So I don't want my float diving too far down. Drennan have brought out a new range of Pellet Waggler floats called Pellet Flyers, and they range from 2 to 5 gram, and they're brilliant for your average size commercial fisheries, like where we are today at Moorlands Farm. The lakes aren't over big, but they're perfect for chucking sort of 30 to 50 yards. So these floats are also made in our own factories, and they've got a couple of little things that go with them. First of all, you get some little dive discs on the bottom. So what you do, you take your bottom of your float off, you place your disc on it, and then you screw it back into the bottom of your float. The idea of them is that it doesn't make your float travel too far into the water. You want to try and create a bite instantly. So the disc is there for a reason, to slow your float down as it's going through the water, so it doesn't dive so far, and it should sit up straight away. I think there's 3 or 4 in the pack, so if you do drop one, you've got spares there. The other thing we've got is we've got another disc on the bottom when you unscrew it, so you've got your weight, and you've also got a small little disc on there. So if you take that disc off, your float will sit up higher. If you put it back on, it'll sit lower. So depending on how good your eyes are, it's a nice little touch for you. There's lots of pellet wagglers out there on the market today, and I've used most of them. Obviously the thing with the pellet waggler is that it's used a lot, it gets hammered. You know, when you cast out and you catch one straight away, the take of the fish, sometimes, you know, it's broke the float, and obviously you get them in and you get them in the net and you look at your float and it's snapped in half. The great thing with ours is they're blow moulded and they're so much stronger than lots of other people's on the market. You know, we've had them in nets that with 15-pound fish and they're not getting damaged. So strong, very durable, and they last a long time. So from the 2 gram to the 5 gram, even with the disc on, they all cast perfectly well, perfectly straight, and I'm happy to use them every time I go out fishing.